So if you have ever been in a position where you've been trying to heal your body in some way, you know that there are often so many places that you can start this process. The truth is, healing is never linear. In fact, healing comes in multiple steps. It can be the form of a lifestyle change, or it can be all of these things together. But one of the things that we do know about healing is that your body cannot truly and completely heal if it's in an environment that is toxic. So this could actually mean a lot of different things. It could be a home that is very stressful. You live in a stressful environment. It could be an environment that harbors mold and has high levels of humidity, or it could be a space that has high levels of VOCs off-gassing all the time. Whatever the environment around you contains, it will impact your body in the same way. Whether you're trying to prevent disease or illness, or whether you're thick in the weeds learning how to heal from something major, your house can actually be used as a tool. So unfortunately, if we're not using our homes as a tool that heals us and keeps us well, it can actually be burdening our body even more and making us sicker and sicker. Come along with me and we will uncover how to heal your body by using your house as a tool. I'm Amanda with Healthy House on the Block, and I'm here with our weekly video and tip on creating an indoor space that truly supports your health and your wellness. And this week is exactly that. We're going to talk about how to use your home as a tool, as a way to help your body heal, and as a way to support your wellness so that your body stays healthy. So I've outlined several ideas that we're going to go through in this video that will help you understand just what you need to be looking for in your home and some of the simple ways that you can take toxins and mitigate toxins from your space. So over time, all of us likely are spending so much more time inside our homes. With the beauty of technology, we can do so much of our work and our tasks from a phone or a computer. And this means that we're staying put more often than being outside in nature. This is not to mention the fact that our society is overworked in so many ways. We work more hours than we play, we're running kids around more hours than we're focusing on caring for ourselves, and we're constantly looking for ways to make our day-to-day life more efficient and convenient. Now, all of these things over time have begun to impact our health and our wellness, and that doesn't even cover the fact that our physical world has actually changed too. Our building materials and items we bring into our home are very different from the ones we used even 20 years ago. And while it's not all bad, we haven't addressed the fact that our indoor environments have changed because we're more closed up and airtight than ever before. So if you think about your body, whether you're wondering how to heal or not, as a glass, you'll begin to see how this glass can only hold a specific amount of liquid. Anything else begins to overflow and spill outside of that cup. Now, imagine that the cup is slightly tipped, so some water can actually pour out before it fills to the top. This is just what our amazing bodies can do. We have so many systems within our body, like the liver and kidneys, that filter out toxins and other items that we come in contact with throughout our day. But now imagine the water is being poured in faster and faster, and the cup can't get rid of its current water to make room for that new water. This is exactly what happens when we live in an environment that has a number of toxins. Our bodies can't get rid of or detoxify the toxins and chemicals fast enough before we're exposed to more of them. And this is what starts the harmful cycle of body burden and will either stop healing in its tracks or start to impact your overall wellness. So the truth is that our homes are actually filled with many toxins, and while our bodies can detox some of these toxins that we come in contact with, when we're constantly being exposed through various routes of exposure, our bodies start to become burdened down. Now, there are 4 really big areas that I like to focus on when it comes to toxins because they impact our bodies in really harmful ways. So endocrine disruption is at the top of my list because not only does it impact our natural balance of hormones, Our unbalanced hormones have been linked to all kinds of health issues such as development malformations, reproductive problems, immune function disturbances, and an increased risk of cancer. The items in our home that contain phthalates, bisphenols, and pesticides have been shown to mimic or block natural hormones, which in turn leads to the disruption of hormone regulation. And you'd be surprised where the items are found in your home. In fact, phthalates have been found in 100% of house dust tested in a recent study, and bisphenols that are currently replacing BPA are highly unregulated and unfortunately even more harmful. So anything that claims to be BPA free likely has other bisphenol toxins used to create that item. And on top of this, any textile that isn't organic likely has pesticides in the textile. Likely has pesticides in the material. All of this together is creating an environment that is truly impacting the entire hormonal system within our bodies. There are also impacts to the nervous system. Neurodevelopment of kids and our aging nervous system have also become impacted by all of these toxins in our home. Now, flame retardants are one of the biggest contributors to the nervous system. And when we start looking at the culprits around our house, you'll see that it is everywhere. Research was shown that flame retardants can hinder the maturing of a certain type of cell that is essential for maintaining neuron health and function. And disruptions in these cells can lead to cognitive and motor impairments, particularly concerning during developmental periods. So this is our kids. Furniture, textiles, and mattresses can all contain flame retardants that impact our health and our wellness. Okay, really quick. Did you know that you can work with me one-on-one starting next month? I have 10 spots open for my 6-week workshop where you and I will work one-on-one, healing your home to create a space that supports your body and your wellness. So healing in your home is all about giving your body the space it needs to naturally detoxify while adding elements that will help heal your body while healing your space. It's really less about remodeling or renovating your space and more about changing your day-to-day habits and the day-to-day items that you come in contact with. It is going to be so good, and I would love for you to snag one of the first and only 10 spots available. If you'd like the link for Healing in Your Home, my 6-week workshop, I have put it in the video description below for you. Once you sign up, you will be the first to know when those 10 spots open up next month. I cannot wait to see you there. The next grouping of toxins would be microbiome disruptors. So phthalates used in many of our household products, such as plastics, cleaning agents, personal care products, have been shown to alter gut microbiota composition. So one study that I highlighted exposes phthalates can reduce the diversity of the gut bacteria, which is a marker of gut health. Alterations in gut microbiota due to phthalates can impact the immune system function, and they can actually be linked to metabolic disorders like obesity and insulin resistance. Pesticides, which can be brought in to our home from residue on produce or from our shoes or even in our textiles, has also been associated with changes to the gut. A study published in Frontiers in Microbiology demonstrated that exposure to certain pesticides can alter the gut microbiome composition, leading to dysbiosis, which is an imbalance that can contribute to general inflammation. Research has also indicated that bisphenol exposure can disrupt the balance of the gut microbiome. So an example is a study published in the Environmental Pollution magazine found that BPA exposure can reduce the levels of beneficial bacteria while promoting harmful bacteria, potentially leading to inflammation and gut barrier dysfunction. And then even VOCs come into play. A study in Environmental Science and Technology noted that individuals exposed to higher levels of VOC had a different gut microbiome composition than those with lower exposure. So this is suggesting that these compounds contribute to changes in the gut microbiome, and they can be related to metabolic and immune issues. And then finally, let's talk about a weakened immune system. So the same toxins that we talked about earlier are also impacting the immune system. A review in Toxicology Letters highlighted that chronic low-level exposure to pesticides can actually suppress the immune system, and it can make an individual more susceptible to infections and autoimmune conditions. There was another study in the Journal of Immunotoxicology that pointed out pesticides like glyphosate could alter immune cell function and inflammatory response, and this will weaken the body's ability to ward off disease. And if we're going to talk about VOCs, there was a research study published in Environmental Research that links chronic exposure to VOCs in indoor environments and the reduction of the production of certain immune cells such as T cells, weakening the overall immune defense. And then finally, a study published in Environmental Health Perspectives examined the impact of phthalate exposure on immune function. It found that phthalates can reduce natural killer cells activities, which plays a crucial role in the body's defense against infections and even cancer. The good news is you have so much control over what you bring into your home and the habits that you decide to practice in your home. You can actually start creating a really healing space right away. One of the best places to start is to address your indoor air quality. This can help reduce VOCs, pesticides, and phthalates, as well as formaldehyde inside your space. And the best news is that improving your indoor air quality just isn't that difficult. It's the first and most efficient step as you learn how to heal your body and your home. So first, make sure you have a plan to get rid of as much dust as possible. Dust contains pesticides and phthalates and other toxins like flame retardants that can end up getting into our air and impacting our health and our wellness. Another step to take is to invest in a high quality air purifier, which will not only help reduce particulate matter like dust, but it can also reduce things like mold spores and even VOCs in some cases. It's an excellent way to improve your indoor air quality in an even bigger way. And then finally, make sure you take care of your HVAC system in a healthy way too. This means using high quality filters that contain carbon in them to help reduce VOCs and catch as much dust as possible. I like to recommend a MERV 12, which catches a lot more dust and debris than other filters, but it will ultimately help you reduce toxic house dust from everywhere in your home. Mold is a huge burden on your body, and many of us are more sensitive than we realize. While the sad fact is that most homes do have mold present, it doesn't mean it's a normal part of owning a home. Reducing mold exposure is an extremely important part when you're learning how to heal your body and your home. It's an extremely toxic part of our homes that can impact our health in a variety of ways, from fatigue to chronic illness. The best course of action is to create an environment that does not allow mold to thrive in your home at all. Using a simple hygrometer will give you the insight you need as to what your indoor humidity levels are in different spaces of your home. Without knowing what your current humidity levels are, it's impossible to know how to adjust your habits and change the levels in your home. You want to keep your humidity levels indoors between 35% and 40% to maintain the healthiest climate inside. Exposure to EMFs is an often overlooked area of a healthy home. In fact, it's been negatively linked to sleep disturbances, oxidative stress on the brain, reproductive issues, and neurological issues. And while we live in this super connected, technology-driven world, it's important to use it in a really healthy way. One of the best ways to achieve this balance is to opt for wired internet in your home wherever you can, instead of relying on wireless technology. So wireless technology emits harmful radiation throughout your home as it connects to devices and your router. Another huge area of focus when you're looking at how to heal is paying attention to your bedroom or your sleeping area. This is an area that you'll likely spend the most amount of time in when you add up all of those hours every day, and it can be a great place to be completely free from electromagnetic radiation and radio frequency radiation for long periods of time, which will allow your body to actually heal. So some really easy changes you can make in your bedroom include charging your phone in a different room, like an attached bathroom or a hallway. It's also a great practice to move all electronics in your room as far away from your bed as possible. The more space you have in between your body and electronics, the more space you have for those EMFs to drop off and lower before they get to your body. And then finally, when you're learning how to heal in your home, there's so many things out of your control. But the good news is that the items you bring into your space is one area where you have 100% of the control. You just have to know what to watch for and what to look for before you purchase it. You can do this on such a small scale to start and focus on just one item, like personal care products or cleaning products. And while knowing what to look for is the biggest first step in making a healthy change, it's not impossible. Learning how to heal also means learning how to be a conscious consumer. You can make healthy choices each and every time you buy something for your home. So you can take a peek around my website. Chances are anything you've been researching to buy, I have already researched and vetted, and I have recommendations for healthier and less toxic options for your own space. So these tips are really just the brink of the iceberg when you're trying to heal your space, to heal your body, or to promote wellness in your body. There's so many more steps and complex things that you can do inside your home. In fact, there's so many avenues you can take and so many things you can try. And not all of the ideas for creating a healthy home will apply to you. And on the other hand, some will be a perfect solution. The Google rabbit hole can be long and treacherous when you start to enter the world of healthy living in your home. It can feel overwhelming as you don't really know quite what to do or in what order to do it. I completely get that. If you want to learn more about how to use your home to heal in a really practical way, I'd love to have you join me for my free class in a few weeks where I'm going to break down even more ways that you can have a really positive impact on your space. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you can take at least one thing from this week's video and apply it in your own space. I hope you will subscribe to my channel, and if this video was helpful, give it a like. I will be back next week with another healthy house tip on creating an indoor space that truly supports your health and your wellness.